Alrighty, I believe we are live. Hello, beautiful soul. Today I'm going to do a little riff on a book I created called Tea Bags and Chocolate Wrappers. But first, I want to invite you to just let's see what's going on. Oh, everything's changing. I got to remember this. When I do lives, after the first few seconds, stuff moves around. So, all right, now it's where I can see it. Fantastic. Alrighty. Ha. So, with that, very timely, I'll invite you to just pause. Whew, come into the present moment. Close your eyes if that feels good. Take a big, deep breath in and let it out. Letting go of anything that's come before, letting go of anything that will come after. Taking another deep breath, letting it out. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes again. So, what I did want to share today, if you've been following me, you have probably seen the stories I've been sharing over the past couple of weeks, actually, about some catalyst moments I had in my life when the universe was inviting me to dream bigger. And on Sunday, I shared a story about a time in my life when I was eating a lot of chocolate. I confess I still eat chocolate, but I was feeling, I think, intuitively a little bit out of alignment with my life's purpose, and every once in a while I'd eat an entire bag of chocolate all at once. Dove milk chocolates are my favorite. So, it's funny. One of the things I think about, I think about, oh man, there must have been something wrong. Sometimes I beat myself up for eating all this chocolate. And one of the cool side effects of that was that I probably read every Dove promise, the little messages on the inside of the chocolate wrappers ever written. And I found them very inspirational. I imagine you might too if you're familiar with those. And I also drank a lot of tea and collected the little tea bag messages that were inspiring to me from Yogi Tea and traditional medicinals. They put little inspiring quotes on their tea bags as well. And I had a little envelope of tea bags and chocolate wrappers and just kept them and thought about them and woke up in the middle of the night one night with the idea to write a book called Tea Bags and Chocolate Wrappers that would be inspirational reflection on the messages. And then of course I got all in my head and I thought, oh no, what if there's intellectual property stuff, with Dove and Yogi and traditional medicinal, what if I get in trouble, blah blah blah. And it occurred to me eventually that I could just kind of do it on my own terms. And what I ended up creating was, I'll show it to you right here, this book here that is, oh, now we're doing frame rates. Let's see. Something about frame rates. Okay, this might, sorry, if the quality's not very good, it's pinging me about frame rate, so we're just gonna go with it. I created this book that is part journal, part collage, and part inspirational reflection from all of these messages. So again, this is a really cool Peter Pauper Press journal. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they have some really beautiful journal covers that I still use to this day. And I made my own little book here, Tea Bags and Chocolate Wrappers, a book of wisdom, reflection, and joy, inspired by Dove chocolates, Yogi tea, and love for life. And then what I did was I actually kind of pasted in the little tea bags and chocolate wrapper messages. So what it ended up looking like was something like this. And I took the messages, I wrote some reflections on them, and in fact what I ended up doing with this book was giving it to my husband as a wedding gift. I actually wrote the messages. I started writing the messages before actually we had gotten engaged, but I knew we were going to get married, and so for over a year I collected the messages and was writing them. So it was a really fun process. And what I learned from this was that, first of all, your dreams don't necessarily always turn out the way you expect. So I had in my head that I could, publish this book and it would be really awesome. And okay, it was really awesome. I wrote it and I had a lot of fun with it. And it didn't turn out necessarily the way I had intended, but I wrote it for me and it was healing for me. And it was really fun to share with my husband and just a really fun thing to look back at too, as I cataloged actually the year of my major transition from active duty military to what came after. So there's sort of that life chronicle as well. Something else I learned is that challenging times can spark deep creativity. Look at Beethoven, right? So, in a time in my life when I was kind of compulsively eating chocolate, yes, I also gained a lot of inspiration from that and was exposed to a lot of really cool messages, and let that feed my creativity, because at heart I am a creative soul. We are in fact all creative souls. And it was a fun way to see that get sparked. So remember that creativity doesn't just come out of the high highs, it also comes out of challenging experiences and a balance, right? And I then so what's happened since then is that in fact I have published, professionally published, a book of inspirational reflection, which I do talk about kind of a lot. And actually, it's behind me, and I'm going to grab it here too. So, so this is the bigger version. Now, this is obviously different things than was in the tea bags and chocolate wrappers, but it's still part collage, part inspiration, part. Oh, and photograph, and part kind of journal. So lots. Oh, that's a picture from my mentor, Robert Fugate. All right. So as I do with all these unwieldy books here, what I just really wanted to share today is that first of all, you are a creative being, and don't wait for others to tell you you are, or tell you it's okay to follow your dreams and follow your creativity, because there's a million ways to make your dreams come true. And I also wanted to share that you are just powerful, unique, and awesome. That's pretty much my big message to everybody on the planet at all times. Just remember how amazing you are. And if you're going through a challenging time, just know that there's probably going to be some real creativity and some real you shining out of it, because when in these challenging times we're actually initiated into our higher purpose. I certainly found that was true for me. And so I just wanted to take this time today to share some creative projects I've worked on and maybe inspire you to follow your own creativity and just follow and be the amazing human that I know that you are. Trust that that wells up from inside of you at all times. And one of the biggest ways to access that is doing what we did at the beginning, by taking a breath. So with that, I will, let's see, just as far as books, if you are interested in Running the World, my officially published book, you can download the prologue, which gives kind of the overall overview of where did I get this idea to run a marathon on all 7 continents, and how did that turn out? What did I learn? You can download the prologue at the link in my intro, and you can also order the book at that link as well. I would love to share it with you and just share some inspiration with you that maybe helps you know and feel comfortable shining your light and dreaming your big dreams that are within you, because the world really wants and desires your big dreams. So I hope to see you out there shining your light. And with that, I want to invite you into another breath before we say ta-ta for now. So go ahead, go ahead and close your eyes again if that feels good. Take a big deep breath in. Let it out. And when you're ready, gently opening your eyes again. I wish you an amazing day, and wherever you are on your journey, I do want you to know that you are powerful, unique, and awesome. And I hope you will shine your light in the world today. Bye-bye.